You are recording. Okay. I have a motion to open the meeting. Wasn't on tape.
Motion was made. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Public speak time. Is there anybody from the public that would like to talk? Okay. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, Todd Jensen,
Heather Edwards.
and we're looking to open a cafe bar in the old Majestic Theater on 84 Cottage Street. So based on Lindsay's recommendation, we're early days on this, but we just wanted to run something by you and make sure that the location that we currently have planned for the bar was okay, or if you had any recommendations, or if you thought it wasn't going to work, you could let us know now, so that when we go to the architect on Wednesday, we had an idea of where we could put the bar. So, if I can just show this. This is the plan as it is right now. This is the entrance.
So this is Cottage Street. Right here. Okay.
Yeah, the barber shop is here. So, main entrance here. Joe, the owner of the building, wants to turn what used to be the theater into a maker's mart. This is a whole separate issue, but it does affect us a little bit. As of right now, the entryway to the back is here. He wants to close this off and open up the entryway here. Okay?
Where is your bar?
The bar, as we currently plan it, would be right here.
So the general public is to walk through your bar back to here?
This is, yeah, part of the concern we had.
So my concern was that it was too close to that entryway to the public space.
No, you can't. You can't enter in through the bar to go to a different public space.
So they're entering from 84 Cottage Street.
Yeah.
So public has to come through their business to get to the maker's
Yeah,
mark.
no, they can't.
They can't?
No.
Okay.
So no matter,
No.
even if this were a door,
No. No, you can't have families with children walking through your bar to get to someplace else.
Okay.
No.
It's a coffee shop. It's
Well,
not just.
It doesn't matter. You're serving alcohol.
so that's a no-go. That's a non-starter in terms of this is going to be something.
He needs to have a separate entrance going to there.
Okay. That may be it then, for now.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted you guys to check with the board
Yeah.
before I conclusively said anything.
All right, so we'll talk to Joe. So this, I mean,
We don't. That would be perfectly fine if you're not making that the
that's good
entrance
to
to
know.
something else.
That would be perfectly fine if this weren't the entrance to the maker's mart itself.
So maybe a good business to look at is Rips inside of Eastworks, because you go into Rips and then they have Hideaway, but that doesn't connect.
Right, there is a
Eastworks.
door
There's-
in between the
right.
two. You don't go through one to
Right.
get to the other. I mean, you can go into
But you
the
don't have to go
Hideaway.
into the Hideaway to get into Eastworks,
Right.
which is what I'm saying. So that's
Yes.
a good business model for you guys to look at. If you walk into Eastworks, where Rips is,
I get it, there's just no other way to enter the back space.
he
Well,
wouldn't be
I
able
mean,
to
there
get
is,
off
but
that.
he's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's like your own
That would be
back.
up to Joe.
Yeah, not from the front. It's, if he had a liquor license, would that be a different issue? Is there any way around this?
There's only one license that can go with that building right now.
Not with different entities?
It could be with different entities, but there isn't the only license that's there's only one available for that property right now.
So, if this were the same business, I don't know how we would do this, then we could apply for the liquor license for the entirety.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
But we'd have to have one business altogether.
Correct.
Right.
With the
Right.
owner of the building.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you have any other questions, please feel free to give them to Lindsay, and we can get them on the agenda for you.
Yeah, I mean, now that we know that, we'll probably have
You have a little-
many questions.
Yeah,
going
or
forward.
restructuring to do. Give me a
Yep.
call or email, stop by the office anytime, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, minutes from January 6th. So that would be, Stan, you would need to approve those.
Yes.
Those prior to Tony.
Yes.
Make a motion.
Motion to approve this.
second that. All in favor? Aye. And then, Tony, could you make the motion for,
Yeah, I make a motion to approve minutes from the February 3rd.
I second that. All in favor? Aye. Okay, public hearings, special one days. So Fort Hill? Hi. Want to come up and tell us what you've got 2 one days on?
Right. Is there a podium or should I just make my own?
Ah, no, you just make.
You make your own, Eric.
So the first, we've got the half marathon. This was a successful event it's an ongoing event. I believe it's our 3rd year running.
Is this on a Saturday or a Sunday?
April 19th.
Is
I can
a,
look it up for you.
I got it right here. April 19th, Sunday. From noon to 6.
Fairly low-key event. People gotta go to work on Monday.
Alright, and it's just for beer only, correct?
Correct. And actually, last time we did it, we didn't even serve beer outside because it was so freaking cold.
Okay. Any questions? Motion.
Motion to approve the April 19th.
I need a second too.
Oh, I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, and now, what's that?
And then our second event is for Barks and Brews, which is now, I think, 4 years running. So we've been able to sort of figure out the appropriate way to handle those festivities. And that may or may not be on a Sunday, but it is also,
That is on a Sunday, yep.
it's also a little bit less low-key because there's like 400 dogs, but
And you've never had any complaints from any of the neighbors, right, with the dogs?
not with the dogs, no. Just
Just the
me.
people.
Just me.
Do you have is there a band playing during this?
I don't believe so, no. Actually, there is the only noise we'll make is during the hot dog eat-off. So that, I believe that is microphone, but we do not have a band scheduled.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Motion?
Thank you.
To approve. Second.
All in favor?
Eric, do you want me to take these with you? Do you want me to make copies for myself, or do you want me to just connect with Sue?
Sue said she'd
Okay.
come back.
I'll let her know.
Cool, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Can you second the motion?
Okay, under new business, we have change of premise license for Redline Motors.
So,
I'm looking to change my license, which is now at 420 Main Street to 18 Danucci Way,
420 Main.
across from the Calvary Baptist Church.
Oh, okay. And where do you want to move to?
I own a building over on Danucci Way, which is on Ohio Street. It's a body shop, a former Struthers Auto Body.
Okay, so it's in an industrial area. or-
It's not, but it's been a body shop forever. I talked to the building inspector and the city planner. We're just gonna put a restriction on the license, no retail display of cars. They do everything on
Oh,
the
okay.
permit anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no traffic, it's somebody's driveway, so.
All right. As long as the building inspector is
Yeah,
signing off on
and the
it.
city planner, we already talked about.
Okay.
so I just had him fill out the same application we do for this year's renewals
Yeah.
and change the license.
Yep. Is this effective immediately?
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to sell the other building, and I don't want to sell it unless I know I can get my license transferred, so.
Now transferred.
Thank you. You're all set?
Do you want to take this with you?
Yes, thank you.
Just grab a copy for our records.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You also. Okay, now Mr. Rogers is here to give us an update.
Lindsay, did you have to leave the public ones I sent you?
No, because I think they were after the day had ended, sorry.
Yeah, got frozen in my outbox when I sent it. So I'm gonna read the bullet points to you, where we're at. We're gonna go through it. I broke it down on a number of levels. Before I do, I have this for you. We're just stating where we're at with the loan, the architect, site work, and a letter from my lawyer, Mary Penny, describing the issues with obtaining the land. So I'm first going to start with a summary of the delays we've had on the project, so they have an understanding of that. When I first put the deposit down on the property, it was disclosed that the property was in a Tier 2 temporary status. I didn't quite know what that meant, so I had to investigate that and figure out what that meant for me. And so I contacted the EPA and I contacted ATC Services, who was actually in charge of the site work on that, to figure out where the property stood. And my understanding was all that can be done has been done with the property, and it's a matter of time to let the material dissipate. Okay. So upon getting through that, I then learned that there was about 70 tires dumped at the bottom of the property. And upon inquiring about that, apparently the seller accused Eastworks of dumping them. I don't know as far as that goes, but I wanted to resolve it. So we worked on resolving that issue, and we were able to come to an agreement on that, but it did take some time. Then we ran into when my lawyer was doing the deed search and boundary search and everything. There was a dispute with the town conservation trust. So we had to work through that and came to the agreement that the property that the town was claiming was part of the conservation trust, I would give to them as a solution. So I thought things were going well and we're ready to sign, and then I met with Jeff Bagg, the town planner, and he informed me that I was given the wrong setbacks on the property. Apparently there's 2 zones on the property, one for smart growth application and one for regular commercial application. So we talked about that, and that raised some concerns because of the setbacks. They went from 15 feet in the front and 10 on the side to 30 feet in the front and 25 on the side, which gave them concern about the slope back there. So those setbacks were given to me by Goggins when I inquired during our process. In fact, we went out and measured and confirmed everything was going to be okay until I found out these were not the right setback. So Jeff ordered a complete survey with a topography and a stormwater runoff, which is what we're in the process of now. Okay, that brings me to the bank. from moving from going into a lease with Eastworks to buying a property, and then I had to do a lot more groundwork. Rewriting the business plan to account for the purchase of the property and building the structure as well as other accessorial charges. Rebuilding and calculating new cash flow charge profit balance sheet and incorporating additional startup expenses. As a part of that, the bank also has to investigate the Tier 2 compliance and are performing a Tier 1 test. Due to the additional expense, the restructure of the 2 loans into 3 loans. Originally, it was going to be 2 loans. Now it's 3 loans, one with an outside source debenture. So I had to recalculate once again to account for the 3 loans. Okay, that moves into project development. Original structure plan had to be altered due to second floor parameters. This meant, in other words, General Steel told me I couldn't add a second floor on there for the office and the storage area. So I had to make the first floor bigger, which required all new drafts. So it's now a 45 by 70 building to accommodate the business. After reviewing the property and plans, Jeff Baggs, the town planner, informed me we would need the topography, full survey, and how close to the slope we would have to build, and stormwater runoff. I believe I covered that. Joe, the town inspector, informed me that the building would require sprinklers, not because of the size, but because of the capacity. We had to figure that out. So here's what we've accomplished so far. We've taken care of the issues with the property as far as the Tier 2 on our end. Still waiting for the bank. Resolving the tire issue and resolving the setbacks, and actually the setbacks is still in progress with Jeff, but there's one other thing there. Then I provided Greenfield Savings with all the remaining cost quotes, filings, a new business plan and cash flow and balance sheet summary. So the bank has everything they need. They're working on the underwriting right now. That's where we're at on the bank. Oxbow Design is developing a new interior layout design and working with Berkshire Design Group in their process of site planning as well as General Steel in implementing the design changes. What can be expected? Greenfield Savings tells me to expect approximate closing in early April. Berkshire Design anticipates special permitting and stormwater runoff permitting by 6/22. These are in the papers here. Oxbow Design anticipates permitting for building design on 5/20. Oxbow Design will oversee construction phases. General Steel is waiting for Oxbow Design schematics and will be ready to erect buildings using their contractors following permitting.
Chris, I'm sorry, Berkshire Design said by 6/22?
Yes. I have so far.
So 6/22 takes you past the DOR extension. And what does DOR say?
Rich, I talked to Rich today, and he said he has no desire to revoke the license, but he said it is up to you.
And where are you with the Board of Health?
Board of Health I spoke with last week. That's actually the easier part of what I got here. I've already completed half of it. I got most of the product specifications for what we're going to use. I filled out the application. I still have to take the 3 courses. I will have those done in the next 3 weeks. And other than that, Bree said I don't need to go in front of the health board, just present everything in the file to her. And it'll be 2 to 3 weeks after I present the file to her that she'll be able to okay. We did talk about a food plan there. It's going to be basic. It's bar food, bar pizza, sliders, hot dogs, nothing that's prepared on the spot. It'll all be pre-prepared food.
Frozen burgers?
Yes.
So the only thing you're gonna be using is a microwave, is what you're saying?
Right, and possibly a toaster oven if that's acceptable.
It's up to the board of health.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that I can say that you sent around to the members, an article written by an attorney with his opinion on pocket licenses. You are not the licensee here in this discussion, the DOR is. We are going to put the DOR on notice. We will give them 6 months' notice. That will take it past the June 1st date. But that protects us. This is the only license that there is in town right now that has the possibility of being available. So this is not something we're just going to keep letting go and letting go and letting go for 2 years. So we are going to put, the town attorney is going to put the DOR on notice. So that would bring you to,
Is that as of tomorrow morning?
it's when they send the notice in. So it's going to be sometime in this month.
And so what does that mean exactly?
You have 6 months to, DOR has 6 months to have a license that's working in town.
Okay.
Any other questions, concerns?
Pocket licenses after a year, correct?
Yeah, it depends on, he could have, if, because of like a fire or something like that, you still can renew your license and have it if you're showing your due diligence and you're like under construction and things like that. But the board is constantly kept appraised of what's going on. It's when you take it and nothing is happening and you're not telling the board. Like there are places that just like close for a while and they don't even tell the board, the boards don't know. Like in bigger, in Boston or something like that, they wouldn't be aware of even that they're not open sometimes. But it's usually, a year is a considerable amount of time that somebody was, renovating their establishment or something like that.
And I would submit to that it was my intention to already have this property purchased and be building on it and fulfilling my dream of owning a business. And I just encountered issues with the property beyond, I think, a normal scope of what one would deal with normally.
Well, your attorney was told of these things when the attorney came here in November. He was made aware that these problems existed on the
There was
property.
the tier two thing was the only thing that we knew of at the time. After that came the tires, after that came the boundary issue, and after that came
Yeah, but as I was saying, he was told by this board that there were issues there because some of us have sat on other boards through the years and have known of these issues. And he expressed to us that you were all fine with these things and...
Right, the tier two thing I did agree to, but at first there was a few tires there. Then they come back and say, no, there's more like 70 tires there.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why nobody's built there.
I am trying to make something out of it. I mean, I believe it can be a good spot if given the opportunity to finish it up.
We expect to see you at each of our meetings to give us an update of what's going on.
I will be there.
Lindsay, is there anything that you need from him?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna ask you that every week.
Every month, the meetings. You should just buy it.
I know,
Yeah.
but, I mean, if there's something that, like,
We've told you what you need, right? You need to be in touch with all the departments.
Right.
You need to be updating everyone on your information, just keeping us abreast of what's going on.
well, and that's why I did what I did today, because I come in here normally and I'm like, I start getting asked questions and stuff, and I lose track of what I'm trying to say, and then, I figured I'm gonna put it all out today so I could go through it.
Great way to do
Who's
it.
dealing with the Conservation Commission on your behalf?
That is Berkshire Design.
They're dealing with them? Okay.
They're doing the stormwater, the survey, topography, and the conservation.
So, to be clear, 6-month pocket license notification goes to DOR,
Yep.
and then DOR keeps on.
DOR
to
stays
have
on
this
him.
done by September.
Yep.
Okay.
With the pocket license, I don't have it in front of me. Is the timeline 1 year after it's 1 year? And then when you issue the 6-month notice?
No, it's just, we have to give notice that they have to be up and using the license. And it's been more than a year since Peter Pan has been serving, I believe, just about.
It's a year and
Right. So by the time the attorney gets to it, everything, it's gonna be, no, they seized, it was in the paper, yeah, that would be right. So they'll have 6 months.
And I do have a call into Attorney Ken's file for clarification, and I'll let you guys know when it comes to it.
We'll look at what the case law is. It will go into effect as of April 22nd, in 6 months from April 22nd. Okay,
Yeah.
We good?
So,
All right, see you next month. Thank you.
Great,
thank you.
thank you.
All right. Seasonal renewals.
so same thing as we do for our annual renewals, it's just the seasonal, they still have tandem listed, so we gotta take them off.
Yes, we
They
did.
haven't obtained the seasonal license in 3 years,
I would say at least.
so we just have to sign that and I'll send it to them.
So we don't have anybody with a seasonal license?
We have a seasonal license available, and 4 people originally wanted it, and then they decided, I think they want to wait for an all alcohol, or beer and wine that will go throughout the year.
Okay.
So we have a seasonal available.
So we just need a motion to sign that there is no seasonal renewals here in town, and that we have a seasonal available.
Okay, motion to sign.
All in favor? Aye.
Sorry.
Okay. And Lindsay, you need to change the May meeting date?
I do. So, if we could change that, because I still want to make sure we're doing our May meeting. Because June is a busy month, cultural kickoff, things like that. I want people to be able to get applications in for all the June events.
Correct.
And I'll be doing licensing remotely and coming in for meetings. So May 2nd is like 4 days after my due date. So I'm hoping we can just push it maybe like 2 weeks out, maybe towards like mid-May.
The 18th?
Whatever works for the board, I will be home. and available, just not the same evening. Would be ideal. Like 2 weeks to nurture.
It doesn't, I'm open to if you want to meet on April 27th, or we could do May 18th.
Well, I'll be able to come to the June meeting too, so I think the 18th might make more sense.
Because the June meeting is on June 1st, so there's going to
That still
be,
gives time.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have a problem with
So
the
you want to do
18th.
May 18th if we have anything come in?
Yeah.
Kind of thing? Okay. Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, no problem at all. Just make sure that that's on a website or something like that.
Did we ever address, I know that we brought it up that one time, we had some information going around on the BYOB
Yes.
stuff, and should we put that on the agenda to actually address and just draw and either adopt something so that it's, here's our policy, or do we have to send that to council?
So I think that was something that you guys had to talk about, because I gave you resources from, I believe, Amherst.
Correct.
And
Right.
a couple other places.
Yeah.
There was some discussion at one of our meetings about the next phase of that, and I can't remember exactly what that was.
I don't know
If it's
if
just up
we
to
have
the
to send
board.
it to city council. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if we draw up the policy or if we have to present that to city council.
Geez, I wonder if I looked that up.
Not anymore. I can ask Joe, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's up to the board, or if it has to be
I don't know
passed.
either. What did,
Would it become an ordinance?
that's the thing, is that there is no
there,
ordinance now, so there's nothing.
There's no
stopping
bylaw or anything.
preventing, There's,
So I would think it has to become an ordinance, which would have to be passed by city council.
okay.
And I think that's the same thing Amherst just did.
I was gonna say, I'd have to go back and look at the article from Amherst,
Yeah.
how they proceeded.
So I think if you guys want to type up some regulations around it, then we can move forward. I can help submit to city council and do that kind of legwork. If you guys have the language you want to use, if you decide, I mean, if you want to research over the next couple weeks and then at our next meeting, I
Sure.
should put it on the agenda for the April
Sure.
meeting?
Yeah,
Or-
let's do that.
We
Let's
could
put it on
draft
the
something
agenda.
up.
Okay,
Because it's gonna take city council probably 6 months
yeah,
to
it's not
come
going
up
to
with
happen.
anything.
And I think that we're gonna find it more and more without it having any licenses here available in town.
Yeah.
Which, so the legislative licenses are still in third reading in the Senate.
Yeah.
Still think we need to amend the ones that we have that are sitting here doing
Yeah,
nothing.
so right now we don't have a representative to help with that.
Why can't Carrie help with this?
It's already in the Senate.
That's not in the Senate, to change the language in the words that we have. It's gonna go through, have to go
Right,
to the House
okay.
and the Senate.
So, Dan,
I can reach out to Dan.
Yeah, I think that's the best way for us to go, because that would give us, there's like 6 licenses sitting out there that are tied to properties
right,
that aren't doing anything, that people aren't even, businesses aren't even there anymore.
And we wanna change the language on the existing licenses.
That do
to-
not tie it into a premise, a
So instead of going
specific
to
premise.
the premise, it's gonna go to the zone like it's doing now. What do we have it? We have it,
Their business, it's the mill district and the business, downtown business.
downtown business, zoning district, and
No.
highway,
Yeah,
highway
Okay.
business,
what is that called? Is that called zone or
zones.
zones?
Zones.
Okay.
so even if we could keep them in the zones, that's fine, but at least we can release them from the premises that they're tied into.
And I can even forward you the emails I sent to Thompson's office, and that would be helpful,
Sure.
back up what we've already asked for.
Okay, because then I can call Dan.
Okay.
Be happy to do that.
So I think it would just be an amendment to the legislation, and that's,
But it's basically like writing on the bill. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if Tony's aware, if you guys want to go on the legislative licenses?
so, Tony, we got, the slang word is over quota, but that's the incorrect language to use. They're legislative licenses, so we petitioned the state for them. They're over our quota, and we were awarded 8. Of those 8, 6 of them now are not in use. And the language that was in the bill that was signed off on said that they would be always tied into the property of which they were granted. So if a business had one there, the business could sell it to another business then they could, apply to have a liquor license. But if that business sold to be something else, a plant store, whatever,
Yeah.
that license is there. So for example, the Platinum Pony had a legislative license. The,
And that's now a florist.
yeah. So we have
Actually,
Hunt
the
and
one
gather most recently.
Hunt and gather.
Hunt and
was
gather.
never
Now it's just
And-
an
It's never even opened.
the Majestic, which was the tattoo parlor, they had one, they went out of business.
That's the one that they just can't enforce tonight.
Then there's also Howie Bear had one for Bear's Barbecue, I think it was, right around the corner up here. He left town, so that's another license. Where else? Oh, the old city hall down there, that's the massage parlor, massage school, they have a license, that was over.
Theirs is different. That wasn't in that active license, that was its own legislative license.
But that, there again, that's also
Yeah.
to that property.
Right.
Yes.
They still in operation.
It's still
The
an
massage
operation,
schools, but they don't have the bar, and
Oh, they don't have
they've
the bar
not,
anymore.
they've not renewed their license at all.
They probably yours, yeah.
Then there's.
There's a whole bunch of them out there. So when the legislative, and when they look at our licenses, when we apply for more, they say, but you have all these licenses,
Yeah.
but we're not using
We
them.
can't,
Yeah, yeah.
And the new request that we put in this last February 2019, was that these new 14 aren't gonna have that attached language.
correct. It was a typo is what it was. Somebody did not check it before that went through, and they had copied the language that was on one particular license and put it on our requested 8, and it stayed in there, so when they signed off on it, it wasn't on there. So, but that's what our request is, so either we get them amended, that they release them from the premises that they were granted to,
Yeah.
so.
Would, how many is there? 6? How many are there? There's 6 of those out there that
I know.
There were 8.
Okay.
So ones that are in existence are Azteca, Mission Cantina, those people, they have one. The other one that's still in effect and good is Amy's place, the library.
Yeah.
She got one of them for the library, so that's still now
That's
whatever,
gigantic.
that's gigantic. Those are the only 2 that I think that are still, the La Veracruzana, they have one,
Okay.
and the Novadamas people,
So my
they,
question is if you're saying that it wouldn't affect, like they're not saying that that's an issue at the legislative level?
Or to amend that,
Right,
well, that's what we need to find out. If we can amend that.
because if we do amend it, are they, I mean, in other words, are they looking at, when I asked earlier that, that legislators looking at this and saying, well, you have all these licenses, we're using them, and you said no, that that's not the case. And my concern is that if we ask them to do this, will it affect
What's already in
the
the reading.
request that's in there now?
Oh,
If we say, oh, we want these 6 too, changed, will that put in jeopardy the ones that's sitting in the Senate?
well, they're already counting that we have those ones.
Okay.
And the reason why we requested more was because we couldn't
yeah, but then we
reissue any of
all
those.
4 more from us out of that request.
Right.
And maybe wait until this gets approved and then say,
I can run that by Dan too.
okay.
Yeah, just, but what's taking so long? It's
Don't wanna-
it's
yeah.
almost been a
It's
year.
been over a year.
Yeah, don't want to stir the pot too much
Yeah.
because that gets it sent
They
to.
don't want to be like, okay, fine, we
Yeah.
can do that, but we're paying
We're just
for
gonna
it.
send it to committee.
Yeah,
That's
good
your
point.
licenses.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. Good point.
And we have no senator to represent us, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
How is that? So, actually, if John Vilas, is he getting elected now on special election, or, because he has another election coming up. if John Venus wins that Senate seat,
Yeah,
he has another election coming up, like the next year.
really.
Yeah, because this is like a special election because of the Bill Humison seat.
Finish the,
He has to finish Humison's
Yeah.
term,
Yeah.
and then he has to run again, so
Yeah.
is this, what we're voting right now, are we voting him into office?
Yeah, we should be.
Or are we just, it's just a primary? I'm really confused.
No, we're voting for our. We're voting for something.
No, our senators aren't, well, and that's why, I don't know if we're voting for him as a senator right now, just unopposed, or is he just on the primary ballot?
Barb would know.
Yeah, that's Barb, that's Barb now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we could have, as of Tuesday, if that's the
Yeah.
case, maybe that's what the senator.
Well, we have to do something though, because new business in town is stagnated, and Whole Foods is gonna be looking for a license.
So,
because
which is why we made sure during the request process, Joe McCoy and I all made sure that we designated 2 licenses to the highway business zoning district, because I knew that River Valley was coming on.
River Valley, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not Whole Foods, River Valley, and anybody else that's in that area that comes in. So we need to have licenses. They have to sell alcohol.
But they're not serving there.
No, but they would have retail,
General on-premise stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
beer and wine.
It gets so,
I'll call Dan.
yeah. Oh, man.
What do you think? It's easy enough to do.
Any other business we need to talk about?
Wait, so am I putting BYOB stuff on the agenda for next month?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you can send me that info,
Yes.
I will. For both us. Or all 3 of us. All
I'll
3
send
of
it
us.
out.
Send some members, please.
Yep.
All right, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, could I have a motion to close the meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye.